able to perform live on radio. I said one never come, I said one day, but I meant never. So I was like, what if I just took all these sounds, these recordings of me practicing, and instead of trying for years to release a song, what if I just took these recordings and uploaded them just to Spotify and actually have people listen to my music for once? And I was like, one day, maybe one day, I would be able to perform live on radio. I was like, one day, maybe one day, I would be able to perform live on radio. I was like, one day, maybe one day, I would be able to perform live on radio. I was like, one day, maybe one day, I will be able to perform live on radio. I was like, we are running all night tonight, even though we is just me. We are running all night tonight, even though radio is just Spotify or Twitch. I was like, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. I don't care, I was like, this is the real thing, this is the real thing, I kept going here. This is the real thing, I've reached my destination already. I just keep on recording these recordings of me practicing, and it's the real thing. I was like, one day, maybe one day. I was like, one day, maybe one day, I would be able to perform live just like I thought. We are running on there tonight. We are running on there tonight. This was it, this was. We are running on there tonight. Performing for you only. We are running on there tonight. We are running one day form of radio. I was like, one way, we are running day. I wouldn't be able to perform on radio. I was like, one way, we are running day. I wouldn't be able to perform on radio. I was like, one way, we are running day. I wouldn't be able to perform on radio. I was like, one way, we are running day. I wouldn't be able to perform on radio. I was like, one way, we are running day. I wouldn't be able to perform on radio. I was like, we are running there tonight. 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 Right here, just